Hey, welcome back. So we're playing a deck today that is it's a bit fringe. It's very dumb, but I tell you, it feels so great when you just come out of nowhere, and the whole point of this deck is one shot killing your opponent. Just going from 20 to 0, one turn, because they never see it coming, and when we do, they don't know what hit them. So how do we do that? The main premise of this deck is we're using Colossification, gives your creature +20/+20, and either Fling or Ram through to deal that damage to their face. So I'll quickly walk through how we do that. We get the Colossification back with the Storm Herald. So when he enters the battlefield, we can return any number of auras from the graveyard attached to a creature you control. So it doesn't have to be him. It often will be him, but it can be another creature if we have one. The main thing, though, is Colossification brings it back tapped. So because it comes back tapped, we can't just swing in with whatever creature we put it on. Hence the Fling, Ram through. And there's a third condition here. I've got these Rubblebelt Rioters. So when they attack, they get +X/+O, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So if I brought my Storm Herald back, put the Colossification on, and attack with my Rioters, they become a 23 power creature, which means I can attack with them for the win, or I can Fling or do anything I want else with them. So the rest of the deck is all about enabling those combos to happen, because the main thing is we need cards from our hand in the graveyard. So I've got Merchant of Veil, 1 mana instant that lets you discard the card then draw. Useful. The Thrill of Possibility lets you discard the card to draw 2 cards. And I've also got the Excavation Mole, that when it enters the battlefield, I put 3 cards from my library in my graveyard. I like the Mole because it has trample. So if I have to Colossify it, I can ram through the Mole with the excess damage from the trample going to their face. Otherwise, we've got the Ilysian Caryatid. This allows you to tap for 1, so it helps you get things going a little faster. But also, if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, including a 23 power creature, it adds 2 mana. 2 mana is enough of any color to Fling or ram through. And then otherwise, I've done something. There's a few decks that you might see online. I am the only deck I've seen that puts blue in, and I put blue in purely for Thirst for Meaning. So Thirst for Meaning, and I'm comparing this to Cathartic Reunion. Cathartic Reunion, discard 2, draw 3. Thirst for Meaning, draw 3, discard 2. I found that the additional color, if you have the lands to make it possible, the order of operations, being able to draw, then discard, means I get to go deeper to find what I need, and then choose to discard, versus the Cathartic Reunion. I found too often I was waiting to get the card I needed to discard in my hand, and so if I don't have it, Cathartic Reunion is dead. It's a dead card. So this allows you to dig basically 5 cards deep, or 3 cards deep, and then discard. Whereas Cathartic Reunion, you have to wait those 3 turns to have the cards in your hand that you'd be deciding for. Lands, a little slower on the lands because I find that the consistency from the temples is worth the trade-off. So lots of access to blue between the temples. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. So we're going to get into some... Well, I do want to explain. This can win turn 3. Yeah, rarely. But it does have a turn 3 win. So the way it wins turn 3, you Merchant of Veil on turn 1, discarding your Colossification. Turn 2, play the Ilysian Caryatid. Turn 3, with your 3 lands, you play your Storm Herald, which brings back the Colossification on the Storm Herald. Now that you have power 2 or greater, tap your Ilysian Caryatid for 2 red and fling it. So turn 3 victory is possible. Haven't been able to do it yet, but maybe we'll get there today. All right, let's dive in. All right, so having a look at this hand here, I think this is a solid keep. I have my Storm Herald, my Colossify, a Mole that will have Trample if I need to, Thirst for Meeting to dig and discard, the Temple. I think all in all this is... I'm missing one piece, which I've got 6 of, so I'm hoping that we will be able to dig and get what we need. Yeah, and we just got it right there, so fantastic. So now all we're doing is we're probably looking at the turn 4 or possibly turn 5, and we're playing against a mutate deck. So we're just gonna go and play our mountain here. So I should be able to, at the end of their, yeah, okay, I think we can do this. Can I do this turn? I'm gonna need to do this turn 5 because I'm gonna need 5 mana to both Storm Herald and Fling. So I'm going to play the Stomping Ground here. My life total doesn't really matter. So we're gonna play Stomping Ground. We'll pay the 2 life, and I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna play the Mole. I'm going to play the Thirst for Meaning at the end of their turn. What we're hoping for is I'm going to need a 5th land. What this will do is it's going to give away our combo. So maybe it would have been better to play on the 4th turn. Maybe it would have been better to play on the 4th turn. I'm confused with this. So this guy has lifelink and first strike. Okay. That's a little annoying. But I think that if I discard both of the Setessan Training and Colossify, we should be okay. So I'll put them up to 24 next turn. So we're about to give away what we're doing, but that happens. So let's discard. I actually want to decline here because I want to discard both. So I actually prefer to discard both of these. We've got the lands we need. I can't do both on one turn, so we're just going to play our land, drop a blocker here. I don't really need a blocker, but I also, with this, if I hit some more pump, it's going to help in case they get a lot of lifelink. Alright, we didn't really hit any more enchantments, so right now I'm able to pull back 21 damage plus the 3. 21 plus 3 is 24. Oh boy. So we've got the kill next turn. Oh, we played this wrong. We played this very, very wrong. Oh, we punted. I should have played the Temple because these are all tap lands. Massive punt. No, he's going to gain 6 life here. Yikes. That was a big punt. No blocks. Oh boy, that was a huge punt on my part there. Well, wouldn't have really been enough to kill him anyway. Merchant of the Veil is not really where we want to be. We want more damage, so might as well at the end of their turn. We're going to throw a possibility, and I mean, even if I had played it properly here, they still would be at 27. So what I'm hoping for is another Colossification that's going to let me, boy, pull that back to block. I need another Colossification to get enough damage we need to kill them. Gotta hold this back to block because otherwise I think we might be 1, 2, 3. We got 9 on board, and that's gonna fly. So that will fly in. How big should that make it? Let's see. It's still a 6/6 plus 3 counters. I think. Oh, is the 3 after the counters? Okay, the 3 is with the. Oh, the counters are not +1/+1. Okay. Alright. So all we're really hoping for here is top decking a Colossification. And that's really our only out at this point. I can't even block it because it flies. Actually, because this is the problem with throw possibility, it's not going to, even if I don't have it in my hand to draw, so I think we might be done on this one. I don't need another temple. I really don't want the temple, so let's discard more cards. I'll get rid of this guy. Okay. Can we win this turn? Maybe. Maybe. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to see what we can do here. I'm a little short on mana, but we're going to see what we can do anyway. So we're going to play the Rubblebelt. We're going to play the Storm Herald. We are going to bring back both of these. So I'm going to attach Colossification to the Storm Herald. And I'm going to attach the Setessan Training to my Rubblebelt Rioters. So now the Rubblebelt Rioters will at least get trample. And then we're going to swing for the fences. And he's at 33, so it's not even enough. But you can kind of see what the deck could have done. And yeah, they got that lifelink tone cleared at just the last second. So I mean, we took him from 33 down to 6. That's pretty solid. But a 6/6 flyer is too good, so we're just going to end this one here. So, not the best finish, but definitely you can see what we're capable of without a lifelinker. Alright, welcome back to another game here. So, this hand is a keep. I've got a Temple to get me 1 card deeper. I've got a Thrill possibility with a discard that I want. So I'm going to keep this hand, and let's see where it gets us. Based on how this hand is looking right now, I would say turn 4 is not insane. I actually have the Rubblebelt Rioters, so if they have no blockers, I'm going to look to play the Rubblebelt Rioters on turn 3. And then if they have no blockers, that lets me, I'll be able to get through, because it's going to see the Storm Herald. Stomping Ground is probably not what we want. We are digging for, like a Fling or something like that. Oh, okay, so playing against a deck with lifelink is going to be a little challenging. But as long as we get enough damage through, we'll be okay. So, like, as long as if they're at 23, maybe 24, we might still be able to get through. Oh, excellent. So they're taking some damage off of that. That's great. They can gain 1. That puts them at 19. Okay, we'll take that. That's annoying. Quite annoying, but okay. So it looks like they're going to have some blockers. We might be ending up needing to go with the... We might need to get the Fling or something like that for the win. There's the Fling. Okay. So we got the Fling. Let's force them to hold back some attackers. So we'll play the Rubblebelt Rioter here. If they go all in with us, with their creatures, so we can't attack or block alone. That's going to force one of these, unless they have something else come out, to stay back. I don't need to attack with this. There's no point. But right now, we should hopefully have a turn 5 win. Okay, draw their cards, yep. Okay, so there's their blocker. 21. That is still well within range. Now, okay. I play the Temple this turn. I think I can play the Temple this turn and still get my Thirst for Meaning out. And that's probably going to be enough for what we need to do. Do I need to discard anything? No. So we'll play the Temple. That's not what we need. Done. And what we're hoping for with the Thirst for Meaning is getting a little some extra enchantment damage through. Next, no attacks in the turn. Because they're going to attack, unless they play a shock land, they're going up to 24. So, if the ideal would be if we are able to hit off of this as Setessan Training, because then I can put that on the Rubblebelt Rioters to get through some trample damage, and then Fling for the remaining damage. That's, I think, the ideal draw. Okay, now that's basically a necessity, because this is going to give them a fair amount of life. If they swing for the fences, I think that actually that would be fantastic. Although they're not exactly tapped out. Okay, so let's go. No blocks. We're at 8. This is the turn we're going to need to go for it. They've got 2 mana up. Oh, okay, so that's a blocker for them. Yeah, we need the training to get the trample, and if we get that, I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Ram through is not exactly what we needed there. Or is it? I don't have... Ooh! Is it? I need a trample. Okay, I gotta discard 2 cards. We're gonna get rid of Thirst for Meaning here, and probably the Steam Vents. Oh! One turn too late. Oh, that pains me. So I'm able to play the Storm Herald. Actually, I still don't think that's enough. Oh, maybe this will work. I don't know. We're gonna discard the Setessan Training here, because that's gonna allow us to give this guy trample at least. So let's play our Steam Vents. We'll pay the 2 life. Yeah, I think actually... Oh, I wasn't able... Okay, so let's play our Storm Herald. Okay, so now we're going to go Training, Colossification, attach Colossification to Storm Herald, attach the Training to Rubblebelt Rioters. And unfortunately that doesn't give us enough damage. That just keeps them at enough life. Oh, the life link. That life link. That guy just gave him that 2 damage was just enough. But now we're looking at lethal, so I think that's GG's. Yep. Again, it's another game where we just lost with a little bit of lifelink. Alright, so we've got the pieces we need here. Missing like a fling effect. We might need something to ram through after we classify, but otherwise, we got the pieces, we got some discard, we got the Storm Herald. I think we'll keep this. So, do I want to scry first? I think I want to scry. I could play and discard this, but it's going to give away what we have. I don't have the lands to play a Caryatid turn 2 right now anyway. So let's Temple, dig a card deep. Thrill of Possibility is not. I've got what I need to discard, so we'll dump the Thrill of Possibility. And what we're hoping for now is ideally a Fling, or if I draw the Setessan Training, that would be not super ideal. Fling is where we want to be, because I'm getting rid of my only discard outlet. But I don't think... Okay, the Excavation Mole has the trample, so that also is fine. But I don't have the mana to play him this turn. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so what I probably... Actually, yeah. So we're going to... we're going to dump our card at the end of the turn, hoping actually to get, at this point, a land to play some green cards with. Oh. So let's dump our Colossification. That is not a green card, nor is that. Yeesh. Our three colors are not cooperating this game. Enter tapped. Alright, so creature spells can't be countered, that's fine. Non-token creatures have Riot. I think that's also fine. So this is going to be a race against the clock here. Great. I am going to look to get my mole out. Yeah, we want to get the mole out, and we can potentially win then next turn. Unless he kills it. Okay. So if he kills it, that'll be sad. Very sad. But right now, if he doesn't kill it, we have the win next turn. So far, so good.
They call me a pariah because they fear my strength.
Okay, so far, so good. That's big.
I can do better than you.
Okay. I'm alright with this. I'm definitely not blocking. Okay, good. Good. Alright. I think we have the win here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to Storm Herald. And that's going to allow me to put my Colossification back. I'm putting it on the Excavation Mole. And now my mole is a 23/23 trample. So what we're going to do is we're going to ram through, and I'm going to deal 22 damage to his face. Because we're going to ram right through that torch carrier, killing it and dealing excess damage to him. So now he's thinking about it, realizing he's dead, he's tapped out. There's nothing he can do. He can't even sacrifice. Oh, he can sacrifice it. We may have punted here. Oh, that's a punt. Big time punt. Big time punt. Oh. And I think that right there is GG. Alright, this is not... Well... I've got a discard outlet. I don't have a lot of pieces I need, though. I think we'll live a little dangerously, and we'll try and keep... Oh, No, this is not a good. We'll keep this. I think like we've got 2 discard outlets. I've got at least the training. I'm missing a few of the pieces that I need, and that's really why I'm hemming and hawing here. But we've got a couple temples to dig, so that's what we'll do. Mole's fine. Mole's fine. Yeah, maybe I should have bought on the mole. Oh well. I'm gonna temple here because I'm going to Merchant the Veil anyway. Don't need more temples. So we're gonna look to discard our training. Probably play the mole. Yeah, let's see what we draw. Still discard the training. Alright, so I might as well play the mole. My option would be that or Thirst for Meaning. I think we'll get the mole out. See what we flip over, because that'll give us more information when we Thirst for Meaning. Okay, so we've got 2 of the trainings. Not hitting what we need. We're going to need to get 2 of the cards we need off of a Thirst for Meaning here. Interesting. Maybe. So they're gonna gain some life. I don't want them gaining life, so we're gonna get in for some damage right now. My ram through won't be enough to kill it, but I can attack in for 6 damage here, so that's at least keeping them in the kill range. And this is definitely a win. Like, attacking is not a win condition, but Rubblebelt Rioters is a win condition with the. He's definitely has a win condition aspect to him, because we also know we've got some tramplers in the yard there. Yep, it's fine. Now, okay, great. So I'm gonna pay the 2 life because based on what we draw, I might want to discard more cards off of Thirst for Meaning. So I'm going to attack in here. What I might actually look to do if he blocks one is ram through to kill it if he does block. Okay. So we'll go to damage, and then I can ram through after and get that thing off the board. Okay. Do I want to keep this alive? Let's find out what we're gonna get first and see if we have something we need. Okay. Okay. Discard the Colossify. Now I definitely want to keep ram through up, so I will let that resolve. It can die, and we should be in a position to win next turn. Yeah, so I think we have a winning turn next turn because I'll be able to give this trample, attack in, and ram through with it. I think that playing Nissa is the best outcome we can ask for.
I will aid you.
They'll gain 2 life, but I think we're going to deal enough to kill them anyway.
The land fights for us.
Yep, we'll go past 2 attackers. I'll take that. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna pay the life anyway, just in case. So I will pay 2 life. So we're gonna go and Storm Herald here. My other option is So I think that's the out. I think that's, yeah, I think that's what we want to do. So we're gonna Storm Herald, because I think we've got the win guaranteed now. So I will bring back my 2 trainings and my Colossification. I'm going to put the training on the Rioters, and I'm going to put a training on... I think I can put... Just in case they have a removal spell or something, I can put it on both. Well, they have nothing to play at the removal spell with. And so now, let's go to combat. Let's attack them. So now it's going to get plus 25, 24. And what we'll do is we will ram through target creature I control, target a creature I don't control. So this should be enough to kill them, but if it doesn't, the trample damage definitely will, because it's going to force them. Like, we're dealing about 50 damage there. Yes! Alright! Alright, we did it. We did it, even with them gaining life. Awesome. Alright, so this I think is a keepable hand. I've got 2 thrill possibilities, so I'm going to discard my training. Hopefully draw into what I need to. I've got the Storm Herald, which is good, and a Temple to help dig a little bit. So I think it's a little sketchy, but it's not the end of the world here. Interesting. Okay. Caryatid is not really what I think we need. Well, yeah, I don't want the Caryatid. Okay, so we're going to play our mountain, and these are an instance. I'll play at the end of their turn because we're in no rush. Is he going to cycle this? He wasted the ability to give something trample. I guess he needs the mana. Oh, okay. Alright. A little 1/1 trampler that gets bigger. That's a thing. So let's thrill a possibility. We'll discard the training. Excellent. So I got the other thrill to discard the Colossification, which is great. So now all I'm looking for is my Fling, and then I think we're in a winnable spot here. So yeah, let's see if we can draw our Fling off of the thrill of possibility, and that's, I think, the only piece that we're missing. Okay. This is like a mildly mutate deck we're up against. That's gonna smack. Alright. So let's thrill, get rid of my Colossification. Not exact. Oh, okay, okay. So depending on what they play, I have my Trample and my Colossification. If they have a small enough creature. Right now, that's a little too big for me to like blast through it. But I've got the Thirst for Meaning to dig a little deeper if we need to anyway. I think we're still, like, the Fling is the more ideal card. Okay. Now if he mutates something... Well, this gives me a... This gives me... Okay, I think we should have it next turn because depending on where he puts this, I should have enough. Yeah, okay. I should have enough. 22. So I just have lethal now. So I think because he played this, even though he gained the life, he actually killed himself. In any event, let's Thirst for Meaning anyway. Oh yeah, let's just absolutely blow this guy out of the water. I'm going to decline so I can discard 2 cards here. Yes. Oh, yeah. Alright, so make sure I do my mana properly. I need... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to play this. We're going to pay 2 life. We're going to Storm Herald, keeping up both Fling or Ram through. Let's make this guy absolutely massive. Boom, 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 boom. Draw some cards. Unnecessary, but we got them. And now... Oh, he can't do anything, so just for kicks, we're gonna ram through this dude. We're just gonna ram through this guy so hard that he's... Oh yeah, minus 21. Get some. Just absolutely smashed in that game. Awesome. Just like that, right? He was sitting there. He thinks he's sitting pretty at 22 life, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, boom. Just 45 damage to the face. This is a keepable hand. I'm missing a few pieces, but I've got a couple ways to dig, so I think that we'll actually look to keep this hand. So I don't think I want to turn 1 merchant because I'm going to draw 2 cards off the thrill, and the only way I do that is by playing the mountain. I think that I'm in a better spot here to Temple, seeing if we get to where we need to be. What am I actually... So I'm trying to dig here. I have my discard, but I might need additional discard. So I'm not in a rush to discard this. I'm not in a position where I can look really for a turn 3 win, because I don't have the right lands to do that. So I think we're better off templing and using thrill. Yeah, that's not what we need right now. Oh dear, Lifelink has been the bane of our day today, trying to get these videos in, and it looks like that Lifelink might just be too strong. Oh yeah, we're in for a... This will be an unfun game, I think. It's not over yet. I've got a couple untapped lands here. What am I looking for? I've got my discard. I don't have my Storm Herald, and I don't have my Fling. I've got maybe 2... I'm okay if he grows this a fair bit. So what I think I actually want to do... I'm going to play this, I'm going to pay 2 life. I think that we're going to aggressively start digging on his turn to try and get to what we need. So I am going to start using this. I've got what I need in my yard. I need 2 cards. I need my Fling, and I need my Storm Herald now. So this will put him up to 22. That still is within our kill range, usually. No blocks. I'm okay if he lets his guy grow. That's fine. I don't know why he didn't attack with it. So let's start to aggressively cycle. Get rid of the mountain. I'll need the blue for the Thirst and Meaning, probably. Yeah. 32 life here. And we are... What are we doing here? I think we're gonna Thirst for Meaning. So I might as well get a second... What does a second Caryatid give me? Gives me a little extra mana if I need to do a couple things in one turn, I think. So right now, yeah, I think that's what it does. So this, if they attack just with the Charmed Stray again, although if are they gonna play this? They are. So this is gonna put them up to 22. Now maybe if they swing in with both, I can get in with a... I might even have to attack with a Caryatid, which would be interesting. Yeah, okay, so they're going to swing in with both. No blocks. I think I'll just let that happen. I'll go up to 24. And let's thirst for meaning and see what we can get. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of my training here. Okay, so I can Thrill of Possibility. We're right now digging for a herald, I think. So we're gonna Thrill of Possibility. I will discard a forest. Draw 2 cards. Not what we needed. I'm going to be forced to block this turn. Let's get a temple. This will at least give us one more turn, see what we need. Okay, so we know we got to live to one more turn. Oh, that won't be enough because we don't have a fling. We need to live 2 more turns. But I've got a Rubblebelt Rider I can play. Okay. So I've got a Rider. If they swing in with everything, that's going to be 5. And I'll throw Caryatid in the block, so we might have this. We might. Depending on what they do. Oh, I still won't be it. I'll deal 20... It's only going to be 24 damage, though, right? 24. Lifelink is too strong again. Well, that's their blocker, although I will have trample. So they've swung in with all 3. We'll block here. I'm taking 5. 26 is... 26 is... So, if I mole... So if I mole, and we mole over a second... Okay, this is not... we're not out of this game yet. If I mole over another Colossification... We did not. So I think right now I've got 1... Yeah, I've got a Colossification and Setessan Training. That's only going to be 24 damage. 24 is not 26. So I think that's game. Although, yeah. Well, maybe they'll do something dumb and just block with everything. I doubt it. But you never know. I'll bring both those back. Colossification goes on Storm Herald. Setessan Training goes on Rubblebelt Rioters. Paying 2 life would kill me. Oh, the Excavation Mole can't even do anything. I mean... Okay, yeah. Well, that's about the 3rd time today I've lost with them at 2 life, but that happens sometimes. We just, you know, with a deck like this, it needs to... We got a little bit of leeway, but not quite enough. Okay, so wrapping up here. This deck, I think we knew going into this deck was not a great deck. Is it fun? Yes. Is one-shotting someone out of nowhere fun? Yes. Is getting them, is one-shotting them and keeping them at 2 life because they had life linkers up fun? No. But I can honestly tell you, I've been playing this deck a fair bit because of its fun factor, and today was the most life linking I've ever seen. What you're more inclined to see is a lot of shock lands, other things happening. And even if they're playing the game 1 or 2 life, you're usually dealing 23, 24. And that's usually going to be enough. So, didn't quite get there today, but it's a pretty fun deck to make. You can make this without these lands. The lands I put in, they're because I've got them. If you don't want to use these lands, I would say you can just cut the blue and play the Cathartic Reunion. Slows you down a little bit, but still lets you do the turn 3 and sometimes turn 4 combo. So give it a try. It's, you know, if you've been opening some junk rares and you got a couple of Colossifications, this is really the best way I've found to try and use it. So give it a like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to watch more janky videos like this one, and leave a comment if there's any decks you wanted me to play. Thanks. Have a good one.